Hello and welcome to Get Creative from the Newton Free Library. If you haven't had a program with me before, my name is Melissa. Today we're going to be doing a craft program for the month of March. There's a saying that March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. So we're going to be making a hanging lion and lamb craft. So why don't we start by looking at what supplies we need. Let's see, why don't we just start with what we have over here. I had some scrap paper for drawing patterns on. Construction paper, I had it in different colors, orange and yellow, brown, white, and black. Cotton balls, those are for the lamb. Some yarn for hanging. Paper plates. A ruler. Some scissors. White sticker dots. Glue stick, or if you have other glue, pencil, markers, and tape. That's pretty much what you will need. So why don't we start with making our lion. So the first thing is, why don't we look at his mane. So for his mane, we want some orange construction paper and a plate, and you're going to use the plate. I'm going to draw around it to make a circle, and we're going to cut that out. Here's our cutout circle, and we're going to take our scissors and you're going to cut into it all the way around until you have this fringe. And then we're going to take our plate and we're going to put some glue in the middle of plate. There we go. So there's his mane. And now we want to make his face. And for his face, we're going to take our scrap paper and we're going to trace the pieces that we want. Now for the lion, we've got his face, his ears, and two parts of his nose. And I cut those out, and then I used them on the construction paper to trace the shapes. And here they are, all cut out. His face, his ears, and the two parts of his nose. And we also need to make his whiskers. So for that, you're going to take your construction paper and cut two thin strips like this and cut them up. And then you can use them for the whiskers. So here, I've glued on the ears and the nose and the whiskers. And then I use the marker to draw his mouth. And I'm going to put glue on the back of that. And we're going to glue that on top of our mane. Like that. But he's still missing his eyes. So for that we used those sticker dots. And here you can see I colored them in with the marker. So we're going to put those on him. So there we have our lion. And the only other thing he needs is his legs. So for that, I used my ruler with the yellow construction paper and I cut a strip of paper like this. And then I cut it in half. And I used my marker to draw his claws. And we're going to put those on the back. Maybe I'll use some tape for that. So let's put it on the back. Like that. Now his other leg. Like that. I think we'll give it a little more tape. There we go. All right. So we've got our lion finished. And now we need to make our lamb. So for that we need to make his face. So we drew out some pattern pieces, his ears and his face, and cut them out. Then I glued his ears on the back of his face. And now he needs his eyes. So I got our sticker dots, and I used my marker to draw his eyes. I'm going to put them on his face. There we go. The other thing he needs is his wool. So for that, we need to get a plate and our cotton balls and our glue stick, and you're going to put the glue on and put on the cotton balls. Now I have a plate right here where I glued most of them on, so I'm just going to stick on one last cotton ball like that, and then we're going to take the lamb's face. I'll put some glue on the back of that. And put his face like that. Now he needs his legs. So remember how we did the lion's legs? We used our ruler to cut a strip of paper. We're going to use white paper this time. So here's the long piece of paper, and then I cut that in half, and I used the marker to color his feet. So now we need to put those on the bottom of the lamb. And we want to try to match them up. So I'm going to put my lion underneath, so I know where I had the lion's feet. Like so. And this other one. Alright, now let's turn him over. Use some extra tape. Make sure the legs stay on. Okay, so there we have our lion and our lamb, and now we need to be able to hang it up. So let's get our yarn and cut a nice length of yarn. And here, I think I'm going to tape it on the back of the lion. That. And let's see. That's right. So now we need to put the two plates together. So let's get out our glue and put it on the back of both of our plates. Put them together. Press it on both sides. Turn it over. And we'll press the lion. Okay. Oops. Oh, I had an extra. I see what happened. So there we go. We've got our lion and our lamb. And you can hang them up and have a good March. And don't forget to check next week for another Get Creative video from the Newton Free Library.